Hello, my name is Rehab Al-Adawi. My project is about the problem of the increasing rubbish in Egypt, Alexandria special. Students will have to search for reasons, study it, then find a solution. There are different strategies used in this project: brainstorming, problem solving, cooperative learning, and the theory of multiple intelligence. Our objectives were to introduce one of the most major problems which faces Egypt lately, its dimension, and trying to solve it by using scientific inquiry. To increase the sense of the national belonging to students, besides, students were introduced to the first steps of democracy by allowing them to vote for the topic they want to do researches on. The project passed through different steps. First step was to ask some questions about our recent problems in Egypt. These questions were: do you want to live in Egypt? Do you want to live in another country? What are the reasons of your choice? Why aren't you happy to live in Egypt? What are the great problems that you found in your daily life in Egypt? These questions aim to raise some problems such as rubbish, infrastructure, electricity, construction violator, in order to stimulate the students' interest and motivate them to work and reach solutions. Second step was to vote for the problems they found to be the most important and which they are willing to do researches on. This was rubbish in Egypt. Third step was dividing them into groups. Each group has its own assignment: collecting data about the problem of rubbish from countries all over the world, when it has happened, where it is sold or not, and how. These groups used to communicate via the WhatsApp application as well as the Messenger. The resources of their information includes the websites and their access to the e-library of the Library of Alexandria. Fourth step was the interpretation of the data, which included a comparison between cities from different countries and Alexandria. Students also discovered that there were even a difference in hygiene. Then this leads to another comparison between old and new Alexandria. Fifth step was the conclusion which was reached by the previously collected data. It was: any problem existing has a solution, and that mainly depends on improving the behavior, the conduct, and the principles of the individuals. Sixth step was to find out how to grab the best benefit we can from rubbish. This was done by the coming out with the idea of building a small factory inside the school for the recycling of the used paper and cardboards by very simple equipments, such as a shopper paper to cut the used paper into small pieces, small tanks to convert the small pieces of paper into pulp, a mixer to make sure that the small pieces of paper are completely converted into pulp, small piston pulp to convert the pulp into sheets of paper. The iron is used to dry the new sheets of paper fast. The seventh step was to gather all the information and put them in a book that was designed and made by the students. Students practiced a presentation as they intended to give a performance about their project, and they rehearsed before it. At the end of the project, the students collaborated to give a performance in front of the school administration, teachers, and their parents. The performance includes a play written and performed by the preparatory students, it also includes two songs. The first one, حلوة يا بلدي. The second one, it's got something cheerful about it. A soloist who read out a poem about Egypt. This poem was selected by the students from the Facebook.